One group of hardworking individuals who don't get a lot of recognition for their work on Airshow weekend are those who work the ground operations side of the airshow. What they do behind the scenes is just as important as the airshow's airboss and public address announcer. Schultz Airshows is unique in that we have professional ground staff who are on payroll and are not volunteers, working with the best airshow performers in the world. In this video, you'll get to see some of the things that makes ground operations so important to the safety and success of a Schultz Airshows event.
Well, it starts long before the show starts. We have a complete layout of where each aircraft's going to go on the ramp and a diagram. So as they come in, we place them in their slots, stay with them until the aircraft is shut down, mags are off, engines off, batteries off, everything's off. We chalk them, then we see to whatever their needs are: smoke, oil, fuel needs, tire needs, whatever.
An airshow is a carefully scripted and choreographed event that is both complex and entertaining. For an airshow to go off safely, it takes a team of highly skilled and experienced individuals in many different areas, working together and performing as one to ensure the safety and integrity of the show. None of that is more evident than an experienced ground operations crew. Every airshow held at an airfield, whether it's a civilian airport or a military base, requires a large amount of space set aside for parking performing aircraft and taxi lanes to remain well clear of other aircraft and obstacles, including airshow spectators.
Think about that.
This area of the airfield is known as the hot ramp. The location of the hot ramp could be in front of or adjacent to the crowd line, which gives spectators a view of what goes on behind the scenes to prepare aircraft and performers to safely fly their routines. Each aircraft on the hot ramp has its own dedicated parking spot, which takes into consideration the physical dimensions of every fixed wing, helicopter, or tilt-rotor aircraft that is using the ramp, any possible engine exhaust, prop wash, and rotor wash concerns, along with the airshow schedule itself. While many airshows use experienced ground crews with working knowledge of moving, handling, and fueling general aviation, business aircraft, and modern airliners, they typically lack the proper experience to work with aircraft typically associated with an airshow. This is where the ground operations of Schultz Airshows shine. Combined, they have decades of experience with just about every aircraft the spectators will see at an airshow. This includes aerobatic aircraft, such as the classic Pitts biplane and the monowing Extra 300, vintage warbirds, including the B-25 Mitchell and the T-6 Texan, civilian and military helicopters, high-performance jet aircraft like the L-39 Albatross and the MiG-17 Fresco, and current military aircraft such as the Airbus A400M Atlas and the T-45 Goshawk. The ground staff's job is crucial to an airshow and greatly contributes to the overall safety of an airshow, leaving the Airboss to focus on the movements in the air and in front of the crowd and not on the aircraft on the ground or off to the side. On airshow weekend, the ground staff at Schultz Airshows are hard at work, making sure that every aircraft taking part in the airshow is positioned from the hangar onto the hot ramp and ready to fly. Among their duties is ensuring that all aircraft are fueled, the pilots have the engine oil they need, giving the cue to start engines, and marshaling aircraft to and from parking. Airshow smoke oil is sold by the barrel, and a large airshow with a military jet team will typically use several dozen barrels of smoke oil in the span of the 3 days. This smoke is the result of pumping a paraffin-based mineral oil from a separate tank on the aircraft to a nozzle located near an exhaust pipe. When this oil meets the hot exhaust, it instantly burns and creates a non-toxic, biodegradable, and highly visible smoke trail. To aid airshow pilots in filling up their aircraft with smoke oil, Schultz Airshows ground staff uses a customized, environmentally safe electric pump, which makes filling up and topping off the smoke oil tanks much easier and without the mess of a hand-cranked pump. What sets the ground staff of Schultz Airshows apart from everyone else is the knowledge of how an airshow operates and the decades of experience working with many of the biggest civilian and military performers in the industry. We are not volunteers, but are trained professionals on aircraft operations, maintenance, marshaling, towing, and servicing all types of aircraft while maintaining visual and radio communications with the air crews at all times. Many of our ground staff have served in the armed forces. Their many years of experience in the Air Force, Army, and the Navy bring together a wealth of knowledge when it comes to supporting and handling all types of aircraft, including modern military aircraft. Our ground staff has extensive knowledge of vintage aircraft and warbirds as well. Even our announcers have experience working on airshow ramps and will occasionally work alongside with our ground staff before an airshow weekend to ensure aircraft are parked in a safe manner. It's not just because of their dedication to the airshow, but also their love of everything aviation. We're trusted by the best performers in the business today. We're trusted by the military demonstration teams like the Blue Angels, Golden Knights, Thunderbirds, and others. And we are trusted by the FAA, the DoD, and airport safety and operations everywhere we go.
Hey, big thumbs up to Schultz Airshows and their ground crew. It is the best in the industry. We are always fueled on time, smoked, oiled, everything is organized for us. We get our cars, we get our hotels, everything is perfect with the ground crew here. And it just makes for a nice, relaxing show. It's perfect from a performer standpoint. Once again, thumbs up to the Schultz Airshows ground crew.
Don't be fooled by other airbosses and individual hobbyists in the airshow business that think they can do it all. You can't have true airshow safety without professional ground operations. The attention to detail and professionalism that Schultz Airshows is known for extends across each facet of the company's profile. The Schultz Airshows ground staff is the very best in the airshow industry. It's no wonder they are tops in ops.